So first and foremost, man, gotta check in on you. Gotta check in on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
First of all, I appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
You made you slid through for the birthday. That was huge. I appreciate that.
Definitely had to come through. Thank you for the
Yeah,
invite.
oh, of course, bro. Of course,
Appreciate
bro.
it. Appreciate
Like
it.
we were just talking about, we've known each other for at least 7 years.
At least, I think it might be maybe more.
We just got done doing what was it? Boston
It
Fashion
was
Week.
Boston Fashion Week.
Right.
That was my first, whatever.
Right.
Modeling, anything modeling. So,
How'd that even go down? Like, what happened?
I don't know. I think a friend of mine had connected me with the designer who was kind of headlining that
Mark,
show.
right? Mark Cordell.
Yeah, Mark Cordell.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
We had like a mutual friend, and then it had introduced me to Mark.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then he hit me up last minute, and then for me to come to the show. So I was like, all right. And then he's like, yo, you're in it. I was like, okay. So
you didn't know what you were doing.
I didn't know what I
You're
was
just
walking
like,
into.
yeah.
And then it was like a real show, like
Yeah.
runway, people on both sides. And
Right.
at the end of the runway, you had,
The photography pit, bro, and everything, yo.
Yeah,
they had the stage with his logo, his company logo on it. Like, shit was wild.
And then in the back, it was like mayhem.
Mad
Models
mouse.
running around. Yeah. I had a dresser. I never had somebody dress me like.
Yeah. So that was
the
the first time for you.
first time anything. I was just kind of thrown into like the deep end.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was definitely cool. But I think we had met even prior before then because Sedale had introduced us. It was real brief.
No shit.
It was real brief.
Okay.
I think it may have been even like at Umbria.
Oh, no shit.
Remember the shows they used to have at Umbria?
Yeah,
a
for
while
sure.
back? So there was one that was going down. Sedale told me to pull up. I pulled up, and then
Was he in it?
I think you may have been in it, or he was, but that's where I first met you. He's like, yo, this is my boy, Farns. And then I was like,
I think I know exactly what you're talking about because like
Yeah.
me and him actually there's a picture out there with me and him
Uh-huh.
from I'm pretty sure it's that night.
Yeah,
because I think
I think
that's
so.
the only fashion show I did at Umbria or even went to.
Yeah, well, that was probably it.
Oh wow!
Umbria. So I think that was the first time I initially have met you.
Yeah,
then
yeah.
fast forward a couple months later, we met at the Boston Fashion Week. So
And I know Mark was like plugged in because like that's how he got a lot of his models at first.
Yeah.
And in some of their shows, I know I want to say it's Mass Art, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah,
That
I
actually
think
puts
so.
on a fashion show for like
Exactly.
graduation and shit.
So that makes sense. That makes sense right there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
That's how I kind of got in with him, and then the big shot started.
Bananas, bro. Yo, so okay, for me it was like I had gone into it a little prior to that, but I didn't like I hated it. Like my first show, it was like a a friend was like, oh, I'm going down to a casting. Let me go come through.
Okay.
And I'm like, nah, it's not really my thing. But like they were like, oh, come through. I was like, all right, word. She was like, it was actually like like a shorty I was interested at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, cool. I'll go through. And that's where I met Bless.
Okay.
Do you know Bless?
I'm not familiar. I'm familiar with her.
No, the dude, Blessed by Bless.
Yeah,
the designer.
Oh, so it's a dude.
Blessed by Bless?
I thought it was a woman.
Oh no shit! Probably because where do you follow them?
Yo,
like,
honestly, it was anytime I seen their stuff, it was just majority women wearing their stuff.
Right. Because like that, he pretty much only makes women clothing.
Okay, yeah. So the whole time I thought that was a woman. So I've never met him.
No way.
So
That's
a lot
wild.
of girls I knew, they modeled for him and did like a lot of stuff with him.
Yeah.
Like a lot of stuff, like models I came across the way, they're like, yeah, I did stuff with Blessed by Bless. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I've heard of him, never met her. So I've always thought it was a woman. Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. So like he was casting there for this show, or whatever, and I was like, all right, cool. Like I'll do a little walk, and that wasn't my first time walking because like I went to Barbizon.
Yeah.
But like that was my first time at any kind of. Like it was wild, yeah. That's a whole nother.
Yo,
that's a whole nother
yo,
can of potatoes,
bro.
yo.
I remember I gave my mom like the brochure to go to Barbizon when I was
Yo.
9, 10 years old. So, like, I went. They kind of gave me the whole sales pitch.
Yeah.
And then from there, that's where we figured out, like, yeah, maybe we got money for that right now. That's what she told me, like, yeah, maybe we don't really got the money for that, but maybe down the line, we get into that.
And you did.
I did.
Yeah, you fucking did.
I
That's
did.
straight.
Right?
Yeah,
It's crazy how things come full circle.
Well, I mean, part of it is like you're a really good networker. You're a great networker.
Thank you.
Great networker. Like you work a room, bro. Like I've never seen like that hasn't just been on a screen somewhere.
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like in person, like the way you work a room, bro. It's like, yo, this dude's going places, yo.
Always got to move and groove, man. I'm always moving and grooving.
Facts.
That's how networking, can kind of get you in a room that, you may have not initially could have gotten in there,
Facts,
and then,
facts.
so that's how, I kind of approach networking and just being able to just connect with people from different backgrounds, like you're always not going to be around people that's just like yourself.
Right.
It's good to get outside of your network of people.
Facts. But there's people who like know that and people who preach that, but like I never see them go after it like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Like even myself, like who sometimes struggles with like breaking the ice.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like you slide through, bro, and like the room gets warmer. You know what I'm saying? Like,
thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's shit just like it's a vibe, bro. It's a vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't really know how to put it into words, but that's just me. I think I get it from my father.
Oh, okay.
My father, like, he's real big in the Haitian community.
Word.
He's into politics, so he's always at the
No
state
shit.
house. Yeah.
No shit.
And he's also a pastor, so
word.
So he connects.
Big time.
So he's
on both ends. Because
a
lot of people who go to church don't, be in the political stuff, and a lot of people who go to political stuff, they don't be, focused with the faith so much. He's right. Yeah.
And he's connecting the dots.
Oh,
so,
that's awesome.
So I you could kind of say. I picked that up from him.
Right.
That's essentially what kind of he does. And
damn.
Yeah, so get it from my father.
That's dope to know. Yeah. I'm glad. Yeah.
People always be surprised, like, oh, you're Pastor Kiki's son. I know your father. Like, he'd be at the board meeting. He'll be at the community meeting. So
there you go.
So like,
there you go.
Yeah, it'd be like that. So
Kiki, is his name Christopher?
No.
It's
short is Haitian name, Kisneek.
Kesnick, okay.
So
because my brother's name is Christopher, and his nickname is Kiki. That's why I was wondering.
It's short.
Yeah.
So that's what pops.
That makes me so happy because like I've had another couple cuts on the show. One, my friend Sue Haley from the Dominican Republic, and then Marvin Hippolyte, who's from Haiti, and we talked about our upbringing here, our background, and how our parents laid a foundation for us to jump off of.
Right.
So to hear that, like, yo, the way you work a room, bro, has like, it's like that's what your brother, your father does for a living.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's dope. That's dope.
Like, parents came here, I think late 70s, 80s.
Okay.
From Haiti, and laying the groundwork, for what they wanted me and my brother to kind of become, make life a little easier for us. So it's just kind of funny that, pick up, some traits from that. Haitians, we're kind of like close-knit, family values.
Facts.
Kind of beat over your head.
Yeah.
So I think those stay really, stay with you, as you grow into an adult. I know for me, I always like kind of wish I had more Haitian friends.
Facts.
So I could kind of delve into like more of the culture.
Right.
Right. But, like I always kind of circle back around to like, learn more about, my people, learn where we came from, very prideful about that.
Yeah.
About the Haitian culture,
Yeah, right.
1804.
Right. One of the first,
exactly.
To rebel against slavery, to free themselves. If not the first, it's often taught as the first.
Yeah, it is taught
slave,
as the first. It is the first.
Colony to rebel
first
successfully.
Successful slave rebellion.
Yeah.
And then, that kind of shifted everything with how America was even formed. Some people
don't
even know that.
Right.
We bankrupt fucking France, and they had to sell
an intern. Right.
The Louisiana Purchase.
Right.
Some people don't know about that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just like,
yeah.
It's sad that it's not as taught, in school. So it's just like,
especially if you're not living in like let's say maybe Miami might have some Haitian history. You know what I'm saying? But like you're not gonna get that. You'll be lucky to get that anywhere else.
You'll be lucky. Like it's just like. You might get it in school, but it's glazed over.
Facts. Oh,
glazed over.
If it's even mentioned.
If it's
even mentioned, yeah.
But I remember it was mentioned, but it was just glazed over. It wasn't It wasn't like a big pivotal thing because, you know, like that situation set a shockwave of events that happened after, you know, that, you know, even made, you know, the U.S. what it is.
I'm still learning a lot about history in general, and particularly our history. You know what I'm saying? So I, like you said, you wish you had more Haitian friends. I wish I had more Haitian friends, but also like I try to pull information from like my parents, but like they weren't ever into history either.
Yeah,
so I wish we had like even older people in our lives who knew the history, who could pass it down to us.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I feel that's been lost, bro. That's the big thing.
I think that's what it is. Like we kind of lose that.
Yeah, you can get it from a book, right?
Yeah.
But like that's the perspective of whoever wrote that shit.
Hear it from Granny.
Yes.
You're like,
right.
You know,
right.
Breaking it down. You're like,
boom, boom. You know what I mean? Shit you're reading about, she saw it actually go down. You know what I'm saying? She could tell you about it.
Or she heard from, you know, or it was passed down to her.
Boom.
You know what I mean? I think conversations needs to be had, and you know, there needs to be a bridge between the younger generation of Haitians and even you know, and the older.
Right.
So,
but it's hard, right?
Definitely hard.
That shit's fucking hard as shit, bro.
I know. I just kind of break the ice and just be like, you know, just dive into it. Like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Tell me about this. Tell me about something. Right.
Me, it's just like I'm looking for an opening. Me, I feel like you create them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm always looking for like, what's a good time like, to bring up this subject.
Right.
Whereas like you have a way about you of like, okay, like you can just like work in, make people open up and comfortable and things like that.
I just know like, you know, you don't know what you don't know.
Facts.
So ask questions.
Facts.
I always ask questions.
Facts.
And that could be a gift of the curse. Some people don't like it. People are like, yo, why you ask so many questions? You know, are you the feds? But it's just
facts,
me.
Facts,
like I want to know. Like
right.
you know, it may not, and it's not coming from a malicious place. It's just coming from a place of like, I may not know particular about this. Like, I want to learn more about it. You know?
That's what's up.
Like my Google tab, you know, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
I have like 20 plus, 30 plus. And it, you know, that's just how I think.
Yeah. You know, you got into modeling and like how you being a networker, you know, Sedale brought you to that show. I met you and then you met Mark and then Mark put you on the show.
Yep.
Where'd you go from there?
At that point, I was just kind of getting my feet wet with modeling and stuff. Yeah. And then so I was just always like, you know, go on Facebook and just look out for, you know, particular chat rooms or groups, particular groups in Facebook that, you know, cater to modeling in Boston, modeling in New York. So, and I would just kind of find out what events was going on and then insert myself. And that's what I did. Yeah.
I like that. Insert myself.
Insert myself in those, you know, situations. And then that led, you know, to me being participate in another Boston Fashion Week kind of event, and I ran into one of the buyers and head photographers at Karmaloop.
Boom.
And then from Karmaloop led me to being signed
to
Maggie. She's like, you're not signed? And then she's like, hold on, I'll submit you. And then, you know, she submitted me, and that's how I got signed. Prior to that, I submitted to all the agencies. Nothing. Okay. I didn't get nothing back.
Right.
So if it wasn't for me kind of like, you know, researching and put myself out there, and being there during that Fashion Week event, I would have never met Jackie, and Jackie would have never, you know, submitted me to, you know, Maggie's.
But also, you and I worked at like Karmaloop for that stretch.
I would have never, you know.
Bro, like I saw you as the face of Karmaloop.
Yeah.
That's like that's how I knew Rick. Like Rick is like, Rick's the face of Karmaloop. Like, this is like Karmaloop, like boom.
So I ended up like being one of the faces. I'm not gonna say I was the face. It was other dudes. It was like maybe 2 or 3 other guys that were using high frequency. But I know what worked for me is I was actually from Boston. A lot of those guys ain't really from Boston. They're from kind of like, you know, neighboring cities where they might have to commute, you know, 45 minutes, or they might have to set a whole day aside for them to plan accordingly to make it for a shoot. I was local. I'm right in Mattapan. I was right, you know, 10, 15 minutes away.
Oh, you're there.
So whenever they needed me, I made sure I was there. Just did what I needed to do when I was there. You know, be professional. I was always late. I came in front.
Oh, word?
I was late a lot because I was making it work. I was like, I'm not gonna pass this up. I gotta be there.
Okay, dope.
And you know, so it was dope.
I mean, it sounds like they were dope. They worked with you, obviously.
Yeah, they worked with me.
Like,
yeah, right.
They fucked
like
with you.
Carmelo was like the Fashion Nova before.
Facts.
Fashion Nova.
Facts.
People don't know that.
Facts.
Carmelo was big. It was
huge, man. That's what I'm saying.
There needs to be a documentary about that.
Facts.
Like,
yo,
because they bridged fashion and culture together.
Facts.
You know?
Yes.
Like you had
pioneered some real shit, bro.
For real,
in the
you had like, you know, what was it? Like Wale was, you know, part of them before he kind of blew up.
I didn't know that. That's wild.
Yeah, Wale was with them. I know Wiz Khalifa, Kid Cudi. These are when all these dudes were just kind of like, you know, getting their names out there. And Carmelo was kind of the first ones. Like
I remember, like it's definitely one of the sites I checked. Like when I needed a new fit. For something, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to a club, whatever. I need something. I gotta check Carmelo. I'm tripping if I don't check Carmelo. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
Like,
that was the go-to at the time.
Yeah.
And I was just honored to be one of the faces of it. And, you know, it was kind of janky with the money. Like there's you know, there'd be times they're infamous for being late with the pay.
Yeah.
I remember one time the longest I waited was like nine months.
Oh, word.
9 months.
No shit.
Like you even forget that. You know they owe you money.
Yeah.
But you know they're good on it. Like they're
yeah.
But one time, like the agency told us to the point, like they were so late, like don't work with them. Like if they hit you up, don't go in because they have outstanding balances they haven't fulfilled.
Oh,
but
okay.
I already had the relationship with them.
Right. You went into the agency with that relationship.
Yeah. So I still kind of like went in, even though my agency was telling me no, not to. You know, because I know they. I knew the money was gonna come in, and the money did come in. Like that check was fat. It was huge. I mean, one of my biggest ones at that point. But like, since I already had that relationship, I was just like, you know what? You know, forget what they're saying. I'm gonna continue working with them. And, you know, they're gonna pay me and make it right, and they did. You know, but that's if you have that relationship.
Exactly. I feel that 100%. Yeah, that's dope.
The agency's role is to kind of vet and to make sure shit goes smooth.
Right.
You know?
And be an advocate when need be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
but if you have that relationship and you can solve things on your own end, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's what I kind of did. I was just like, all right, you know, all right,
we'll sort this out.
We'll sort it out.
We'll sort this out. Yeah, we good money.
Just make sure, you know, the check comes, and then, you know, we'll be good to go. So that's it.
That's what's up.
You know,
of course, like it came late, but you know, it came and like you were able to keep that relationship versus like severing it and like maybe things being weird or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and that's how that worked out.
That's dope.
And then you never know, like, you know, a lot of those people's in those offices, you know, they end up working at, you know, all these other spots. You know, Boston's small, and then creative space.
Facts.
And fashion's real small. You know, one of these stylists might be styling this shoot.
Right.
This, you know, so it's like.
Was Guida at Carmelo?
Guida was at Carmelo.
She's at Clark's now. Yeah.
Oh, she's at Clark's now.
In marketing. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
Speaking
crazy.
of, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And then we know she ended up at Maggie.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's how I met Guida. And it's funny, like I've worked with Clark, so she's over there. Wow.
Right. You know what I mean? So like you were saying, like, yo, like it's good to build bridges, not burn them.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So, yeah.
I'm so glad we talked about Carmelo because I'm telling you, like, when you say it was like it bridged like the culture and put us like into a different, like, kind of like a different world. Like we get to see like these dope collaborations, and like they're in that part of Boston where we don't come up chilling at. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? Like people like, you know what I mean? It's just like, all right, word. Newberry Street, all of a sudden, like you know what I mean? Like yeah. Shit was fire, bro. That
was a good time. And a lot of people don't know, like, there's a lot of like people that was passing through Boston, you know, tastemakers and influencers that are now kind of doing big things now. But like, you know, they all had their first touches with Carmelu.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
That office was crazy. You know, you might smell weed. You might have somebody smoking in the back.
Yeah,
but, you know, people was getting things work done.
You know? Work was getting done.
Why
and
not
it was
have
fun.
a little bit of fun?
Yeah,
You know, while having fun at work. You know? Get some work done, get some,
perfect remedy. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think we can lose that sometimes, get caught up in like, I need this money. Like, where's this paper? Yeah, I understand. We got bills to pay. But at the same time, when you're going to work, and you're having a good time, it's not stressing you out while you're there.
What? Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and the people are good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you chilling.
Exactly. Like, a lot of jobs now, you see, like, they'll have, like, Fridays, or they'll have, it's just laid back. Where they'll have beer. Like, they'll have, some offices I know even have kegs. Like, on Fridays. Like, if you go into a WeWork space, there's few that I've seen that have those areas where, that cater to, what happens after 5 o'clock.
Right, exactly, right. Fostering like a good, like fun workplace environment. Yeah. Whereas like you were working someplace where it's just like, every day, not just Friday.
You know
every day, like every day.
Every day was like a Friday.
Yeah.
Man, I miss those times. Those were good
Simpler
times.
Fucking times, bro. Those were good times.
Man.
Yeah.
Those were simple times.
I bet, man.
Those were good times. I learned a lot about the model game. Made some good friends along that time. Made some connections.
Ton of people.
Made a
ton of people. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, I'm glad that was like my first kind of job, because it let me know, like what to expect, and just to just ride it out. Ride it out. Just keep going.
So like we had spoken about before. Like, I remember the call came in where I was when, like, you told me, like, some, like, really shitty news.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you was, like, told me about a situation that happened.
Right.
Yeah, and why, like, that kind of, like, started a different direction for you.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy how things happen. Like, I don't know. Like, everything was going great with modeling. Like, I was one of the main guys.
Facts.
I met people like yourself. Guys,
and by then we were solid. Like, we had met a couple, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and, like, we started seeing each other more often.
Yeah.
And by now, it's just like,
Me and you were the OGs.
Yeah.
At that point. By that point, I was still kind of, like, young, and you was making your transition over from Model Club.
Yeah.
You were still with Model Club at that point. Then you came over from Model Club a year after, and then we would just always, run into each other, through certain jobs, and
gigs,
just
partying, out, dog, like,
And then so that's when, like, it was real good. Like, we were busy.
Yeah.
And
seeing each other all the time, just running.
And we were the OGs that were kind of like the agency would pair young models with us, because they know, like, when we come in, professional, we know what we're doing, and we could kind of just not school the young ones, but kind of just set an example to, like, like what goes on, like,
right.
And it's not necessarily like me telling you what to do. It's just more so by, like, just leading by example. Just you being there on time, or how you communicate with the staff. That's what I learned, and that's what I learned. I learned a lot of stuff from you. Like, I know the one thing about this game, like, you learn stuff along the way from different people you come across, and models and stuff. So I learned a lot of stuff from you, Benz, my man Chris Garfola.
Yeah, shout out.
So, like, those are the main guys I learned from. My man Derek Pratt.
Yep.
We started around the same time.
Oh, word, no shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like, so, and Derek's killing it. So, like, I don't know, but I think I kind of hit, like, things happen for a reason. I think things happen for a reason, and for me, things happen at a particular time, and where I may hit a plateau, and it just means for me to, like, go to another level. So maybe that situation may have happened for that, for me to realize something and to hit another level. So
Because
like,
after that, it did you did switch your trajectories. All of a sudden, like you're on TV and like you know what I'm saying. Like it's just like what your sounds like you alluded to is like that doesn't happen if you had stayed with on that path.
Exactly.
You know what I mean, with
it
the
may
agency.
have not happened if I stayed with the agency. So like certain things may come along the way where it just kind of happened for you to kind of propel you to the next level. I like to have that kind of optimistic approach to things.
Yeah.
Maybe hard at times.
Right, because it was definitely it must be brutal.
Yeah.
Because I know it was brutal on me.
Yeah,
I know it was brutal
you're one
for
of the
me.
first people I called. You were one of the first people I called when I severed ties with the agency. But like it was you, like 3 people I called. So you was one of the first, and like I know you was kind of lost for words. You're like, dude, what?
Well, I didn't know what to do. Matter of fact, I was on the train to either a casting or a job. I don't even remember which. But you hit me up, and you told me that. And I'm like, what the fuck do I do with this? What is going on?
Yeah.
What do you tell? Like, I was like having such a hard time processing what you tell me because I don't know if you remember, bro. I mean, of course you remember, but you was just in Asia.
Yeah, I was just in Asia.
You was just in Asia.
In fucking Asia. I was.
Bro, I'm watching you
for 2 weeks.
You're with Kim Howe, bro.
Yeah, with Kim. Yeah.
Bounce around fucking Asia modeling, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I always knew, right? Because I told you, like, I see how you work a room. I was like, yo, I always knew. I was like, yo, Rick's gonna fucking blow up, yo. Because like, he's in the perfect like spear, right?
Yeah.
It's like there's people who know how to work a room, but they still don't get in like the right circle. But I feel like modeling puts you like in like all like this huge different like door. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, he's in here. That's how he moving. I'm like, oh shit, this is a problem. He gonna blow up.
Yeah.
So like, I'm watching you in Asia. I'm like, yeah, I do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then so imagine that's my mindset. And then I get that call.
Yeah, that happens. I think that may have happened like 3 weeks after.
Yo,
I may not been home.
I don't know if it was even that long.
I don't think I was home.
I didn't even know you were back. I don't think when I got the call.
Yep. Like when I first got back. So maybe like a day later, or maybe the day up when I got back, I like
Dog, I'm like, yo, that shit. It was just wild ride for me, bro. Watching it from my perspective, I was like, there's no way.
Right.
There's no way.
That was a good trip though. I learned a lot.
Oh, bro.
But like it's funny how that works because like like I had the opportunity to go to Asia and see how a garment's made, the process. The process of them putting a garment together from the factory and what factories do what and yielding, what percentage of a fabric for it to become profitable and this certain profit margin. So, I learned a lot from that.
That's it.
So, and then I use a lot of that stuff. What I learned, during these photo shoots and a lot of these activation situations that I'm in and I'm modeling in and working with the marketing directors to me giving some of my input into, what goes into making, assisting with a merch brand, helping, NBA player with their brand, or consulting, and just
fucking dope.
Giving my 2 cents,
I do,
I'm speaking from a place of existence.
Experience,
I was actually in the sweatshop. I was actually a part of this major photo shoot with this brand, Nike, Amazon. I was actually in the process of where they was trying on this shirt. 5-6 times, and they sent it over to Asia and they sent it back, and I'm helping them with their corrections to make it better. Right. So it's just like, when I'm giving that advice, it's coming from a place that I know what I'm talking about.
Right, exactly. So,
all those experiences kind of led me to like, come to that place where I'm assisting, with, the creation and giving my 2 cents, in the process of coming out with, a shirt, a merch brand
yourself. No way. Okay, word.
Well, with that particular player, he had already come up with, the idea and what he wanted to do. I was just kind of giving insight, like, with certain things.
Manufacturing.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Size and fit.
Fit, you know how it's
Right.
supposed to fit. Okay,
Right.
like this armhole's a little too high. Like you might have to drop it a little.
Oh,
bit.
you bringing in
you know,
years of experience.
You might have to get another vendor because this vendor is shitty, or this, you know, you might have to, you know, so, you know how you might want to roll out the content like, okay, you want your models to, you know, front, side, back, you know, just for just standard e-com shots.
Yeah.
So like I learned a lot along the
Yeah.
way, and you know, I think where I'm at now is just kind of like figuring it all out and put it together and assisting and just seeing where I see fit, connecting the dots in that aspect. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So like when we gonna know, when we have an idea, when like, you know, we're on the cusp of you launching something of your own?
Bro, I don't even know. I think I have so many thoughts, ideas.
Yeah.
My issue is actually like following through with shit.
Mm-hmm.
Following through with stuff for myself. If somebody else already kind of has the vision, or they already have something rolling, they might need a little push, or they need some advice, or just, you know, things of that nature. I think I flourish more in that role as opposed to me being the point person and creating my own things. So I have so much I want to do too. Then I just be like, fuck, like.
But you love being a facilitator.
I love being a facilitator, but then it's just more so just start my own stuff. I might start off with it, get the ball rolling, and then, you know, I may not execute, you know, fully. So that's what I'm working on more so now, just executing fully.
Okay.
So
respect.
And that's an area that I know I need to work on. So,
respect.
Yeah, that's definitely. So I was like, that's what
it's tough, man.
It's dope to see what you do, because I remember way back, even before you was like, yo, this is what I want to start doing. I want to start like documenting stuff, you know, start shooting. I remember you made the shift, like where you made another Instagram page. I was like, yo, what's this? Like, why do you have two or three pages now?
Yeah.
And then you shut down one, but even a step before that, you said like, yo, I want to start like documenting stuff. Take first like with photography, and then like shooting like little short film documents.
Damn, bro.
I remember you said that.
That's wow.
But I didn't really think. I don't know. I didn't really think much of it.
Yeah.
A whole studio, like
you
know, you have many studios. This is one of like three that he has.
It's been a wild, like long ride though. Like getting here though, like because like you, bro. Trust me, bro. Like dealing with the whole like starting something, not finishing it. I don't know if you remember Modern Advocates, bro.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was my first ever business venture.
Wow.
First ever. With Joel. Yeah.
With Joel, yep.
We're like, yo, we're going to create this crazy networking event. It's going to be wild. We're going to bring in photographers, models, everybody.
Yeah, I had like a photo shoot kind of video shoot movie.
Yeah. Shout out to Boyan. He shot that.
Yeah, it was at Naga.
Yes.
That's what it was called.
Sir.
It's called La Fabrica now.
Yup.
And I was like, dude, this is going to be cool. Like, this is different.
Oh, yeah, but like the follow through wasn't there, the knowledge wasn't there, the experience wasn't there. So like that was done like with less than a year. You know what I'm saying? Like there was some like, you know, fizzle. But I took the lessons from that and just kept working. But like just like you're saying, bro, I had to really get to that mentality of like, okay, you're starting something, bro. Like see it through first, and then, like, you know, like vision, like the, you know, the end point. What's it? Because people would ask me, all right, what do you want to do? And I'd be able to tell them like the idea. But like at the end, like what does it look like? What am I doing? What's my role exactly? You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, it's, you know, that was, I think that was like 2014, 2015, some shit like that.
It was like 2014.
Yeah.
15.
So that's, you know, so now we're in 2021. Like, you know, we just moved into the studio, and like, you know, like finished putting them together and shit like that. And now we're just rolling, you know, just over time though, I've still been shooting. But yeah, man, I started shooting some, you know, the models from, you know, the area. And then of course from, you know, the agency, like it was,
But then didn't you take a pause from the agency for a little bit? Cause then I remember you was doing stuff like for the city of Lynn. Like so, you took on a project with them.
Yeah, so like I've been doing everything just together.
Okay.
So like I never took a pause from the agency. I just took a pause from like posting.
Got you.
Like I stopped posting like any kind of like behind the scenes when shit went down with you.
Oh wow.
Like,
yeah, I know you kind of felt away, and then seems like they was kind of trying to censor you a little bit.
So.
And I know you're outspoken. You speak your mind. Yeah, for real. Yo, if something sees off, you gotta speak. You gotta speak up.
Right. So when that went down, like, it sent reverberations throughout the entire agency, and I want to say through the industry. Like, everybody was talking about it. You know what I mean? Because it was a big thing. Like, an email, went out afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, this, can't do this, can't do that. Can't do this.
Yep.
And the only thing I said, I reached back and said, hey, I see it, I acknowledge it, but like,
of course.
You know what I mean? Like, can we chat? Can we talk? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was just like, oh yeah, no, for sure, let's do dinner. But it's mostly on me, like, I didn't, like, follow up. But, like, I did want to, like, address it, like, and, the things I was going to address was, like, like, I wish, like, shit, like, obviously I wish shit went down differently, obviously.
Exactly.
Yeah. But, like, even with, the way things went down, where they had to go down, like, I just wish there was more, like, interpersonal, like personal communication.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I know you had to sit down, obviously. And then that was like, y'all had...
It was just a phone call.
Oh, word.
Yeah, it was a phone call. It wasn't even a sit down. It was a phone call. It was a phone call, and that was it. And that's the last I really kind of heard from them.
Oh, so, okay.
But, I mean, like, shit happens.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it was unfortunate though, because it's just like, yo, it's a family, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
we all, like, we work, like, and we see each other all the fucking time.
Exactly.
Or we're in contact all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for something like that to go down and it to be so just business as usual, like, that to me was just, like, so weird.
Right.
Like, that was weird. And because it wasn't business as usual for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, that was very personal.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
It's like, this is not some dude I just, not only respect, but I support and this and that. But he's also someone like, like, who's part of, like, what I call this family, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, oh, this happened, and then boom, something that could happen to any of us, anybody.
No, it could.
It wasn't like, oh, you were being, disrespectful or malicious. You see what I'm saying? None of that shit.
Yeah.
It was a simple mistake. That any one of us could have made.
Exactly.
And so I had to like look at it in the way that's just like, damn, it just it just hit me here.
Right.
So after that, like, I was just like, yo, it ain't even worth posting on this.
Right.
Like, it's not even worth it. Like, I don't even need to be in any discussions about it. I don't want, you know what I'm saying? Like, it turned me off to it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it used to be fun. Like, oh, this is, what we got going on. This is da-da-da-da.
Exactly.
I thought it was always good fun. Everybody, But after that, bro, that was like, it took the life out of it for me, so.
Right.
I just posted about the other shit. And then when I was doing that, when I was modeling, I just went to work. That's it. I was just working. You know what I mean? If you know I'm there, all right, cool. If you don't, you don't.
No, right. Exactly. Yeah, that's funny. Like, that's kind of how I approach stuff now. It kind of messed me up in that regard. Like, we was just like, man, whatever. Like, I'm here working.
Yeah.
Don't really feel like documenting it or posting it. Like.
But we want to. You know what I'm saying? Like before, but like now it's just like, oh.
Yeah, that's how I kind of a few things now. I'm just like, whatever now. Like, but you live and you learn. Like, I don't know. But like, I still have a relationship with some of the models. A lot of the models, like, hired them. a few of the models from the agency, like, you know, to do some work for me. And, you know, they've been getting a lot of repeat work with that brand, with that client. So, you know, that's what my goal was, to be able to, one, you know, be in a position to be a blessing to others. And being a blessing, it doesn't always have to be monetary. It can be a situation where you just, you know, just sharing a couple, you know, some advice, or just, you know, connecting somebody, connecting two parties, you know, yeah, and that's just basically what it is, and that's what I felt my role was, you know, my whole role was, and then that's just basically what it is. That's what I'm doing now.
I feel that.
So,
I feel that.
you know, yeah, man.
Good for you, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I'm glad. You know, I'm glad someone like you is in a role like that, bro, because, like, I mean, I honestly feel this. I truly feel this. Like, if you're in the room, anything's possible, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As far as deal making, you know, bringing people together, like, you know what I mean? Like, so,
Appreciate
dope shit. Yeah, keep at it, please.
Of course. Come on. I feel like I haven't done enough, man. I feel like I got so much more to do. I know I could constantly be hard on myself.
Speaking of, last time we spoke, you had told me about something that might have been in the works as far as reality goes. I should say TV goes. Any news with that?
You know, stuff like that, like, they could hit you up and like, hey, you gotta be ready for this flight in the morning. So, you know, there's a couple things in the works.
Okay, got you.
You know, so just kind of keeping myself ready.
Yeah.
It's the holiday season, so, you know, I'm going to be eating good. So, you know, I've been kind of monitoring that.
Okay,
Just staying in shape. I know that. Like I'm not like a big fitness person, but I like to, you know, look the part. You know, I like to, you know, feel healthy. So I kind of like try to. It's more so maintaining what I have now, as opposed to muscle building or anything like that. I was just maintaining what it is that I got. And yeah, cause I'm surprised my metabolism still works, man.
Yeah.
Cause I'm 35 now.
I know. Yeah.
So, like, you know, I'm like, damn, like, the process of me getting abs back then may not be easy now. Like, it's like, you know, back then it took me 2 weeks.
Right, same. Yeah, I feel that. I remember that. Yeah. Boom, got him.
You know,
all right, word.
But now it might take a little longer. I'm like, I can't eat this, so you know, I gotta be a little bit more mindful. But
yeah.
You know, like, just kind of just staying prepared and just kind of. Just gotta always be on point.
Right.
Try to be on point.
Right.
But, you know, I'm human, but...
No, right, exactly. Nah, you're right, bro. Like, back in the days when we first started out, snapping back was easy.
Yeah, you can snap back like that.
Snap back like nothing. These days, I've been snapping back for 3 years.
Right? Yo, for real, bro. For real. Hey, but we still look good. Right?
Yeah,
you
amen,
know?
Amen.
You know?
Amen, bro.
We look good for our age. We both 30 plus. You know, killing it still. So that's just what it is, man.
Yeah.
So, like, I know for me, what I'm trying to do is just more so kind of just find out what's next. You know, I feel like with you kind of made, you know, progressions into different avenues, and you're kind of like flourishing in that. So I know for myself, that's what I'm kind of coming into, just flourishing in the next role that I'm supposed to be doing. You know? I feel like certain times where, like, I do things and it's just more so I'm not defined by one thing. You know what I mean? Like, you know, some people tend to be just defined as like, okay, I'm just a model.
Yeah.
And, you know, or I'm just a content creator, or I'm a, you know, data analyst, or like, nah, like, I feel like I'm just not just one thing. I'm not, you know, I feel like there's many layers, and that's what's always my issue, is just finding out what's next. Because I feel like I might get bored. I feel like once I feel like I've done something and I get the most out of it, and I get what I'm supposed to learn out of it, it's always like
time to build that into something else.
Build out that into something else. So what is it that I learned from that to lead me on to what's next?
Yeah, right.
And that's what I'm always constantly figuring out. Like, what is this leading me to? What am I supposed to learn from this to lead me on to that? And, you know, you're doing great at that, man. So.
Oh, well, I appreciate that, bro.
Kudos to you, man.
That. I mean,
nah, you killed it. Like, what was it like for you? Like, that kind of made it kind of easier progression for you to just kind of just be like, yo, I feel like this is what I might be supposed to be doing, so let me just attack that 100% and just do it. Like, what was it that kind of led you to that? Because, you know, you said along the way, like, you had instances where you're just like, oh, tried that, it didn't work. So, like, what's up? Like,
I think there's just always been, like, one theme. Like, I guess that theme was creating.
Got you.
I've always been super imaginative, super curious. And I've, you know, always wanted to, like I always love movies and shit. I'd always love to create my own in my head.
Right.
Like, whether it's, like, a music video or, like, if I'm walking down the street, bro, I'm listening to music, I'm pretending, like, and I know a lot of people can relate to this, I'm pretending like I'm making this whole, like, event, like, in my head. And so, like, I think over time, I just started capturing it in just different mediums. I mean, when I got a smartphone, it's just like, oh, okay, I got, you know, I can take pictures with that. You know what I mean? This and that. Then Instagram comes around and, like, you can do shit with that. Like, So it's just, like, over time, just swishing through mediums and through activities, too. Like, when I started traveling, I brought a camera to take photos while traveling.
Oh, man. You're right. You was, like, traveling. You was on an island every, like, few weeks,
bro. Like, we was like, that was like the top
Bali, Thailand.
2-3 years. Yeah, a couple times. Like,
Bali.
Yeah. But like,
you was chilling with monkeys and shit.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Came through in your room and
that shit was lit, bro. Like, and like we found out, you know, me and Danielle, like that is our passion more than anything. We want to travel, so it became the question. What can we do for work, for a living, that we could travel, like, all the time? So that transitioned into us travel vlogging. Yeah. So we're traveling while vlogging as well to earn income online through ads. And, of course, affiliate marketing, too. So, like, we just drop links to certain shit, and if people buy it, like, we get a commission. Till this day, I still use it. Like, if you ask me for some shit I bought on Amazon, I'm sending you, my affiliate link. But we never grew it into the scale that we want, because, like, we were still, like, I was still hustling with not just modeling, but, like, I was doing Lyft at some point.
Right.
And, of course, Danielle has worked at the same, BNY Mellon, the financial services, for, like, 10 years or something like that. So she's doing that. So we just, more and more, just started shifting energy and resources towards the more creative stuff. You know what I mean? I stopped driving Lyft. Like, I don't do Lyft. Modeling, I told you, I only take jobs that pay a certain rate. Versus, like, or back in the day, dog, an email came in, I'm there.
You was taking it all.
I'm taking everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm leaving nothing on the table, bro. Like, facts, nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, like, everywhere else, I just started chipping away resources from it and putting it into whatever resource could mean that I could do whatever the fuck I wanted to. I could be wherever I wanted to. And it just eventually transitioned into taking photos and video. Because, like, okay, wow, I'm really good at documenting shit.
Right.
And I really enjoy it. I love the editing. I love putting shit together. All right, I'm going to focus entirely on this. And that's where I made the whole heap investment. And that's why we have this video studio here, the photo studio over there, and the camera equipment that we have. And, like, we're just building clients. And that allows us to, be able to pull back from other things. Because we do have clients there. Now it's just a matter of, like, all right, we got the home base, we got the business, boom. Let's just keep pushing ahead. That's why I'm filming this.
Right.
This is, one series that I shoot here because, I want the studio to be a place where people can feel they can come shoot their YouTube series or their podcast, whatever the hell it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Full service, multimedia.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
then you'll be wanting to move out of this place because
when the time is appropriate. Hell yeah.
When the time is appropriate.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I see for yourself. Man. You know? You can create a community where you kind of essentially do it. You create a community. You're getting your content creators and
creatives like in the door.
All types of walks of life.
Yeah.
And then, you, like you said, you're putting this in a group chat. So you're kind of making that, network.
Yeah. That's like I truly like, you know what I mean? Like I was saying earlier, like I may not be as good at it like when I'm in the room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, as far as like this like connecting thing, like I love talking to people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I talk to a shit ton of people like on Instagram. Like I'm saying, they be in my DMs like, holy shit, because I post some wild shit.
Yeah, you post
know what I'm saying? Like I post a lot too. You know what I'm saying? So like I get all kinds of responses up in there, and that's where I'm just like doing a lot of the work. You know what I'm saying? And so like I'm trying to do outreach. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to like send the signal out more than that. You know what I mean? Because it's one thing to communicate via DM on Instagram with, someone who, either agrees or disagrees with your post or has questions, whatever. It's another thing to get people in the room, really getting down and dirty, talking about like, okay, well, boom, this and that. And so like when you do have a disagreement, there's not a buffer in front of you guys. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, all right, they're forced more to work it out. You know what I mean? Versus like, I'm just not going to reply. Well, maybe I'll block this person, like, or I'm going to follow them. You know what I'm saying?
I hate how it is now when people...
We're not talking to each other.
People are not talking to each other.
Nah.
Or if you disagree with somebody, you're hating.
Oh, man, big time.
Like, people can agree to disagree, but it's just like more so just the hate. Like, like, I'm not hate. I just don't agree with you.
Exactly. Exactly. Like, like...
It don't got to be like I'm hating on you.
There was a time,
and you get canceled or, it's just like... Bro, I don't know. I really don't like this time that we're in. Like, I like that everybody's having a voice, but I just don't like the fact that, your voice is that much higher than theirs, you're trying to silence them. Yeah. Using your voice. Yeah. Right. It don't make sense.
Right.
If you don't agree with them, it's all right. It's okay.
Right. You got options. You know what I'm saying?
You got options. Exactly. Yeah. But it's always the latter where it's just negative. Yeah. And it doesn't always have to be that.
Facts.
It don't.
Facts.
And I don't know. It's So I know with you're very opinionated. When you make strong points, and it's like you may come to a point where people are hating on you just for what you're thinking. Oh, and it's just like, but you're not just saying things just to say it. You articulate it in a way where it's just like concise. Like,
I hope so. Appreciate that.
Nah, it is. It's concise. Like I
try.
Like I take enjoyment in reading some of the stuff you'll write or you'll say, or even if I don't agree, I'll listen. I'm like, okay, I didn't think of it. I didn't think of it from that perspective. But now I see it from that perspective, so I could kind of be like, all right, I get it, even though I may not agree, or okay, or it strengthens what my resolve in that. So I know, like, for you may get a lot of that pushback, and then where people are just pushing back with nothing to say, or just like,
it's not so much pushback. Like, I love, like, if someone comes in,
just hate.
Like, I'm more like bummed out when someone just like, oh, okay, they just bounce, like they just drop me. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of being like, oh, yo, Ferns, like, what's what's this about? Like, there's never even a conversation.
Right.
It's just like, oh, okay. I mean, I thought it was cool, but I guess not. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're not cool enough for us to be able to, like, have a talk over it.
Right,
you know
what exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? If I saw some crazy, out-of-pocket shit from you, right? And it's going to make me feel in a way so bad that, like, oh, I got to unfollow you. Why the fuck am I not going to pick up my goddamn phone and be like, yo, Rick, this is fucked up. What's up, bro?
Right.
Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Let me unfollow Rick because I didn't like some shit he posted on Instagram.
I think it was like, Rick, what's this about?
Yo, hell yeah.
You had this conversation.
Like, hell yeah.
And that's it.
Like, I know you way too long, bro, to just be like, oh, no, fuck that. Boop.
Yeah.
What is that? You know what I mean?
I hear you.
So, like, but, like, yo, people be in my DMs. People do be like, yo, what the hell is this? You know what I'm saying? But, like, I respect the hell out of that. Because, like, how else are we going to solve it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right,
how simple, you know what I mean? Thank you for giving me an opportunity to explain myself.
Right.
First and foremost, you know what I'm saying? That's how I approach it.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people when I approach it like, oh, what you do in my DM if you disagree with me.
Yeah.
Nah, I do not have that energy.
That's good.
I legit am like, yo, I will be happy to give you more information as to why I feel this way.
Exactly.
I'm happy to do it.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just I either find that people don't do that, or very, very rarely, it's rare, someone will come in and I'll have that approach and they're just an asshole. Like, they're just like, they're just like, you know,
Ignorant.
like they're expecting me to just immediately change my opinion because they came into my DM.
Right.
And it's like, I don't expect to change your opinion, but like you came in my DM, we might as well have a conversation about it.
Right, exactly.
You're already here.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
yeah, that's why I am very opinionated. I'm going to speak my mind, but I'd much rather, like, yo, I got an issue with you, or you especially, you have an issue with me. Like, yo, let's talk about it. Let's figure it out. Trust me. Because my intent is not to disrespect.
Right.
You know that. You know me. And I know you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If someone came to me and was like, oh, out of pocket about you, it was like, oh, Rick was like hella disrespectful. I'd be like, damn, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, you know, you feel that way. I'm sorry you went through that. But like, I'm not gonna not get your side.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm not gonna then be like, oh, Rick's a piece of shit.
No.
Like, like what? Like that doesn't make any sense. I just doesn't work like that.
No.
And to me, that's what cancel culture is. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody comes over and is just like, yo, you know, this and that, da. It's just like, oh, word, wow, can't fuck with that motherfucker no more. And that's it.
And that's it, where it stops.
Yeah. That's wild
makes
to
sense
me.
to me.
That's wild to me.
Yeah.
Nah.
I don't know. I think.
Wild times.
Yeah, definitely wild times.
Wild
I think we're kind of
times.
old school in that regard, where I don't know. It's just like, yo, like either just I don't know, agree to disagree and just move on.
Right.
Like, you know?
Yo, even people like you've like had like fights with, like you can have a certain just like respect for. You know what I'm saying?
Very true.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're grown now. Like, whatever beef or whatever we had back in the day, like, that's dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, your mom's good, this and that, da. You know what I mean?
Yep, at the end of the day.
Yeah, at the end of the day, like, it's like, bro, like, we all human. Like, yeah, we fucked up, you fucked up, whatever, you know?
Right.
But now, this day and age, like, we're dropping people because...
it shouldn't be like that.
Of the word, yeah,
it shouldn't be like that, man.
It's wild.
You know.
It's sad, man. I hate to see it.
2021 for you. Couple more weeks left in the year.
I can't believe that, bro. When it hit me, well, it's sometime between now and Thanksgiving, I'm like, yo, it's almost 2022. Dog, I was tripping.
That is.
I was tripping.
All right.
Yeah. 2 years with a pandemic.
Yo, and it feels like, because clearly, like, I mean, we low-key lost a year. I mean, anytime you have to remind yourself, like, oh yeah, like last year. No, it wasn't last year. It was the year before.
Yeah.
I always have to remind myself, like, yeah, I did this last year. I was like, no, I didn't. We wasn't doing nothing.
We weren't doing shit.
You know, so
we weren't doing
it's like,
shit.
wow.
Yeah.
You know, so hey, hopefully 2022 is a lot better than 2021.
Yo, not hopefully, it will be.
Yeah, it will be. Yes.
It will be.
It will be. It will be for sure.
Knowing the two people in this room,
right?
It's gonna be.
Yeah. We're gonna make something shake.
You always gotta make something shake, bro.
Always.
For sure. I know that.
For sure.
And that's why I'm always like, I always got your back, bro.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? If you
got
need
you
something,
too.
you need to talk to somebody, you need to vent somebody. Like,
Of
I hope I'm one of your first calls for like the time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It meant a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I knew, like, you know what I mean? Like, I knew it was solid. But, like, you know, that, like, definitely solidified it for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he, you know, trusts me enough to, like, confide me in this. And,
of course, yeah.
You know, he sees me as one of the,
Yeah, there's only a few people, like, I have a small circle, and there's a few people, like, even in the modeling world that I came across that, like, I rock with. Like, you know what I mean? I rock till this day. You know, I'll contact them just to, you know, see what they may think about, you know, particular, you know, things. And it may not even be a situation where I have to speak to them all the time, you know.
Facts.
Like months will go by or years and then we're still cool.
Facts.
We still like, you know.
That's how we came up.
Exactly.
That's how we came up.
So, yeah, there's just a handful. There may be like 2 or 3 guys that, like I keep in touch with, that I'm still cool with till this day, that I kind of started with. And then there's guys under me that I met, you know, after that kind of, you know, that look up to me. I kind of like, you know, mentor as well.
That's what's up.
And just kind of like, you know, just chop it up.
So,
you know, so I appreciate you, my man. Thank you.
I appreciate you, bro.
Thank you for having me here.
Sure. No, thank you for coming through.
Thank you for this talk.
You know, as always, bro.
You know, whenever you need help, need a hand, I'm here.
Well, you're always welcome. That's first and foremost.
Yeah, all right.
You are always welcome.
Yeah.
Doors open.
Right.
And yeah, man, whatever you have going on, bro, you know, even if you just need my fucking, you know, my insight, you want to hit me up, you want to ask me, like, dog, I'm there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm on it.
All right. Thank you. Shoot.
I bet,
My
fam.
God.
Appreciate you.
Shoot, I might need you.
Let's make sure to leave them with your app, bro. Where to find you and what you got, what you up to next.
You can follow me on Instagram, Ric Flair. Twitter, Rickster5. I'm not as active on there as much. But yeah, if you want to know what's going on with me, you can follow me on those two social media platforms. As for me, what I got going on in the future, just looking for me to continue doing what I'm doing, and that's just moving and grooving.
Word.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I can say.
All right,
so
bet.
Stay tuned.
Bet. I'll see you soon, bro.
Yeah, for sure.